Hi, it's Ola and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is get to know me kind of video. I'm gonna tell you guys about 30 facts about me, so hope you enjoy. So I just have my phone here with all the facts because I don't have any memories, so I had to write them down. So the first one is that I'm turning 18 in May, so I will officially be an adult in May, which is kind of scary but also fun. The second fact is that I have a twin brother. I'm 2 minutes older than him, but I have a twin brother, and yeah, our relationship is kind of complicated. We hated each other for years, but I think it's kind of getting better now. So the next thing is that I have a 3-month-old puppy. Well, she's almost 4 months old now, but I have a little puppy, and if you didn't know, I'm in a wheelchair, and so that's kind of the reason why we got her, and it's because we wanted something to encourage me to move more, and so that's what we found. The fourth fact is that I'm ambidextrous. I'm gonna put it on the screen because I have no idea how I'm supposed to pronounce that word, but basically it means that I can do everything with both of my hands. I was born right-handed, but I always injured my right arm in general, so I always had to do everything with my left hand, so now I can do everything with both, including writing, drawing, everything like that. I have no problem at all, which is really handy sometimes. Next is that I speak 4 languages. So my mother tongue is French, because I live in Switzerland and I was born in the French part of the country, so I speak French. I did 10 years of German in school. I barely know how to do a full sentence, but like I understand I understand German pretty well, so I guess that counts. Of course English, because like I'm speaking to you in English and I'm actually bilingual in English because my mom speaks English and she taught us from a young age. And my 4th language is Spanish. I learned it at school. I took a year of Spanish as an option, and that was a lot of fun, and I was fluent, but I lost a lot of it. I still understand quite well, but my speaking is kind of trash now. The next fact is that I'm working on my own brand. I am starting a digital planner brand because, well, first I need money because my medical conditions makes my life pretty expensive, I would say, so I need a lot of money for all that, and I want to help my parents out on that, so that's the first reason why. The second reason is mostly that I just love bullet journaling and planning, and I want to share what I do, so yeah. I will of course talk to you guys more about that when it will be like more done, and that I will be on my way to all that because I'm just under starting phase right now. Next thing is that I'm a sophomore in high school, and technically I'm a sophomore in high school for the third time. I had to retake my freshman year, and I was supposed to be done with that, but I didn't get to go back to school in September because I was in the hospital, and because of that, well, it's difficult to explain, but I'm just going back in freshman year just to see my new classmates for next year, and just, yeah, I will do a full video on that. I think it's in May or something, so if you're interested, you can subscribe so you don't miss it. Next thing is that I love baking. I bake all the time. Could be cakes, cookies, anything. I love that. It's one of my main passions, and I wanted to do that as my job, but obviously due to my health, the doctors told me that it would be impossible because it's way too physical. So yeah, I can't do that, but I still do it as a passion, and as a hobby. The sixth is that I am writing a novel. I actually am writing two right now, one in French and one in English, and the main one that I'm the most working on is one on my story. It's actually in French right now, but I'm just talking about what happened to me and the experience of being paralyzed, so I will of course update you guys on that too. The next thing is kind of obvious if you are a followers, but I'm paralyzed from the waist down, and my hands can go above my head because they're still partially paralyzed. So I have neurological functional disorder, which caused me to be paralyzed, and every time I have a migraine, I'm actually fully paralyzed, so that's fun. And yes, I'm using humor as a way to cope with this. I'm fine. So for the disorder, that was actually the next fact. And the next one is also that I have depression and anxiety and also social phobia, which kind of goes together, but yeah, that's just it. I hate the world, and I hate to socialize with anyone because I'm also an introvert, so yeah. That's also why I like doing those videos, because I don't know, it just, I have someone to talk to, even though it's kind of like the entire internet, but it's fun. The next one is kind of weird. I love roller skating, and I know I'm paralyzed, but that was one of my favorite things to do when I wasn't. And normally I should be able to walk one day, so hopefully I will be able to do that one day again. The next thing is again about high school. I'm actually in an art section in my high school, so I'm studying art as my main course, and it's fun. I love it. Sometimes a little boring, but like, what isn't? But yeah, it's really fun to do. I don't know if you can hear, but there was like, my puppy is barking downstairs, so I don't know if you can hear it or not, but she's kind of mad right now. Okay, the next thing is that I took 2 years of singing lessons, even though you're never gonna hear me sing on this channel. I just do it as a hobby, and I sing horribly wrong, and my parents were just like, it can't continue like that, so they let me do lessons for that. But yeah, that was before high school. The next one is that I'm getting back to school in April. So as I was saying, I'm going back to freshman year, and I'm actually going back in April after Easter breaks. So I'm kind of excited and kind of scared. As I said, I hate socializing, so I'm gonna have to meet 25 people at the same time. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. The next thing is that I'm an actual really huge fan of mangas in general. I don't know if you can see it, but like there's a bunch of them like just behind me. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's like in my bookshelf just behind me. I have a bunch of those, and it's really a thing that I've been into for years and years now. I also draw a lot, like especially mangas. That's my style, that's the part that I'm really good at, and I do that actually a lot, like all the time. That's really something that I'm really passionate about, but that's like just a hobby. The next one is kind of personal, but I always dreamed of being a big sister. I don't have any siblings other than my twin brother, but I always wanted to be a big sister. So now I have a little cousin, so it's kind of the same thing, even though she doesn't live with us, but like it still kind of gives that sense in a way. And then the next one is that I actually read all the time, which I mean, like there's a whole bookshelf behind me, so that's kind of a hint for that. But yeah, I just ever since I was like 10, I think, I would always read. That was the main thing that I was doing all the time to escape from reality, because I was bullied and it wasn't fun. So I just spent all my time reading to be in a fictional world where everything was the way I wanted it to be. And my favorite genre for all the books and things is romance and fantasy. I just always loved that, I think. That was always... I started with reading a lot of fantasy novels, like Harry Potter's and all things like that. And then I got into romance 2 or 3 years ago only, I would say. So yeah, that's really what I read now. And my favorite book is Everything Everything, and it's... I don't remember who now. I'm just gonna put it in this on the screen, probably just put a picture here. But it's about a girl who is allergic to basically everything, and she doesn't go out or anything. And I couldn't really go out as a child because we were living on the 3rd floor of a building, and most of the time I had chronic pains and couldn't go downstairs. So yeah, I was always stuck in my room not doing anything. Next is that I started bullet journaling in January of 2020, which means that it's been a little over a year now. That's also mainly what I do on this channel. Once a week I do a personal video or something about lifestyle, and another video, usually on the weekend, is about bullet journaling, because it's really something that I love to do. The next one is kind of weird. I don't know why I included it, but I've never broken a bone, but I had 4 casts. That's because I had chronic pains, as I said, and because of that I had to wear a cast sometimes. So yeah, that was fun. I mean, I say that all the time, but it's kind of a funny thing. I never broken anything, but I had casts, so yeah. And right now I am getting tested for genetic sicknesses and all kind of disorders and stuff like that. Because we think that I could have other illnesses, but we don't really know. So getting tested for that, and I will of course have an update when I have more. And the next one is that I have all 4 of my grandparents still alive, and I don't know why I included it, but I just thought it was a fun fact. I'm also dyslexic. Yeah, shocker. I'm also like the one with orthography, I don't know. I have a second disc, but I don't remember the name of it, so I will probably just put it on the screen, but I don't remember what it is. Yeah. The next one is that my two favorite shows are Grey's Anatomy and The Vampire Diaries. Like, no one can ever argue with that. It's the best shows ever. I just love them. And we are to the last one, and it is that I listen to literally every kind of music possible, from country to metal, pop, just classical, anything, because ever since I was a baby I heard of everything, because my parents have two different genres and just listen to a bit of everything. So yeah, I have a passion for music. I just listen to music 24/7. So yeah. Now this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!